Namaste, everyone. Hi. Happy spring. I was on my way to get my dad yesterday. My dad is 80 years old and living in an assisted living facility now, and has early onset dementia. And when I say early onset dementia, the word dementia is so scary and intimidating. And of course, when he was diagnosed with this, we all went to, worst case scenario. But then when you sit with him and talk to him, he's Jerry Porter. He's very clear. He's very sharp and witty and hilarious and has the best attitude. And so yesterday I was going to get him because he loves his Wednesday swim class. He takes a water aerobics class, and this month I've been able to take him to it, and it's been a real treat to spend that time with him and to see him do his thing and just to see him in the pool and really enjoying himself. And so on my way there, I realized that my gas tank was almost empty, and I was on I-25, and kind of my heart was pumping a little bit, but I'm kind of trying to keep calm and trying to look for the nearest gas station, and found one and decided to call him to let him know that I was running a little bit late. And so I called him, but he didn't have his phone on, or it wasn't answering, it wasn't working, whatever. And so I called the facility, and they said, "Oh no, he's already gone." And I said, "I'm on my way to get him." And she said, "No, I'm pretty sure he already left. Here, let me check." And I said, "Because he sits outside at the benches and waits for me." So she puts me on hold, and I'm driving, and I'm totally calm, really not really reacting to this because I'm sure that he's still sitting outside on the benches. And she comes back and she says, "No, he's gone. He checked out at 1:45. I usually don't get him until about 2:15, and sometimes he does get a little restless and impatient and really wants to just go. And so I thought, maybe he did go. And I said, did you see the shuttle pull up?" And she said, "I saw him get in the shuttle. I'm really sure that I saw him get in the shuttle." And I said, "Okay, so I'll drive over there." And so I drove over to the rec center where he takes the classes, and he hadn't checked in. This is now 45 minutes later. So I called back at the facility, and my heart's definitely pumping a little harder now. And she said, "I saw him get on that shuttle, and I can't get a hold of the driver." And so I hung up the phone, and we agreed that if we saw him or heard from him, that we would connect with each other and let each other know that he was safe. And I'm walking through this rec center, and I ask a man to go through the locker room, and I go back and check the pool, and I talk to his instructor, and no, he hasn't checked in. And so now my nervous level is at about an 8, not quite a 10, but definitely rising. And I felt teary and scared, and I wanted to call my sisters or a sister. I wanted to call my husband. There was a moment that I was tempted to make those phone calls. And then I had to just take a moment, just a quick moment to think, why? Why would I want to scare them? Why would I want to start more fires of reaction, anger, frustration, resentment, just all of these emotions that would cause people to worry? And so I didn't. And there was a part of me that was really practicing trust that everything was going to just be fine, that this was just a little hiccup or something. He's got to be fine. And the next thing I know, my phone rings, and it's my dad. And he says, "Teen, where are you?" And I said, "Where are you?" He said, "I'm sitting out at the benches." And so I called her back. I said, I'm on my way to get you. And I called her back, the woman at the front desk of the living facility. And I said, "You told me that you went outside and looked. You also told me that you saw him get on a shuttle." And I was, at this point, crying very hard. Extremely emotional, extremely relieved that he was okay. And she was so apologetic and felt just terrible. And I said, "I know you do. And my intention right now is not to make you feel worse, my intention right now is to teach you that you can't tell people that you see their loved one getting on a shuttle when you really didn't. You've got to be really careful because I handled this okay, but somebody might not. And you just don't want to do that to people. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll go talk to him right now. And I said, I understand. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So that's the end of my story. And when I got to my dad, unfortunately, I had to tell him that he couldn't go to his swim class because all this time had passed and he was already missed his chance. But we took a lovely walk to a lake and with his little walker, and he sat down on a bench and he goes, I'm in such a good mood. And I just said, you are? Like after all that I had gone through, but I didn't share it with him. And after all that I had gone through and didn't share it with anybody and felt so good about the fact that I didn't share it with anybody because I didn't need to start that. I didn't need to start this chain of reactions, this domino effect that may cause further damage and worry. And I attribute all of that to my practice. And that's the only reason that I'm telling you this story is because to me, that's all yoga. And so those of you who have been with me in classes, we've been working on the Shraddha Mudra. And the Shraddha Mudra is wrapping your middle finger around your index finger, bringing your ring fingers and thumbs together. I've been working on this since November, and I've been working in my classes with this mudra since about February. And this particular mudra, all mudras, mudra means a hand seal, and all mudras have a physiological and psychological effect on the body and the mind. And this particular one, Shraddha, means faith. And so when you take this mudra, you sit in radical acceptance. To stop pushing toward outcomes, to stop pushing toward expectations, and not even with self, but oftentimes we are wanting our loved ones to act a different way. We are wanting our peers to be a different way, and sitting in faith that these people are who they are. We love them as they are. I am who I am. I love me as I am. And to sit in radical acceptance of what is right now, and to have faith that everything is going to work out in time. So take this mudra with me right now. Middle finger wraps around the index finger. Ring fingers and thumbs together. Just go ahead and sit down. You could be sitting on a chair. You could be sitting on the floor, on your bed. Just feel your sit bones really anchor you and soften your lower back. Let the hands fall down onto the knees. Close the eyes. And start to bring awareness to your two nostrils. And just watch your breath move in. And watch your breath move out. And immediately feeling that sensation of letting go. The lower back corresponds to the element of water. Just allow the lower back to feel a little bit more fluid. Just let the shoulders go. Allow your head and neck to just float. Unhinge the jaw. Relax your tongue. Take an inhalation through the nose. Hold it. Open your mouth and let it go. And we're going to do a pure breath. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 1, 2, 3. Open your mouth. Release for 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Open, release, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 1, 2, 3. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3. Pause, 1, 2, 3. Release for 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 1, 2, 3. Just keep going with this exercise. In for 3, hold for 3, release for 3. And hold it out for 3. Just keep going with this exercise. The pause at the top and the pause at the bottom is called kumbhaka. And kumbhaka is a quality of patience. So allowing yourself to be in that moment of uncertainty. And to allow yourself, a lot of times when we hold the breath, notice while you're doing this exercise, when you hold the breath, do you tense? Do you react? And can you allow it to be not that big of a deal at all? Can you allow yourself to really stay relaxed during the hold? And so when we can cultivate this reservoir of patience, we are calling in faith and radical acceptance, so that when you're on I-25 and you're running out of gas, your level of nerves don't go through the roof, that you're not driving impulsively, erratically, putting yourself in danger or anybody else in danger. Patience is incredibly lucrative. So using it there for yourself, faith that everything's going to work out. Your dad goes missing, even though he's not missing at all, but in your mind, you've been told that he's missing. Do you go to level 10 of worry, of fear, or not? And so when we have a consistent practice of breath work, meditation, and really calling in these qualities that help us through these times, it can help us move through our entire life with a little bit more grace. And maybe with a smile on your face. Go ahead and do one more round. And when you've completed your round, bring your hands together in front of your heart. It's not a religious gesture. While it's a traditional offering, this prayer position, in Hinduism and Buddhism, this hand position represents balanced energy. Just allow your breath to fall back to its most natural state. Take an inhalation into the back of your heart, please. And open your mouth as you exhale. Bow forward to yourself. Capital S. Namaste.